All right, welcome to the class for fraction slopes 4, equations and graphs. So the whole point of this lesson is you're given an equation without a table and you're asked to graph it. So we're going to discuss several ways to do that. The first way is generate a table. Okay? I'm sure most of you know how to do that. X, Y. Now, before we should move to the table, let's analyze this equation a little bit. The slope is 1 over 4, and the y-intercept is 1. Okay? So we're actually going to start with the y-intercept. So 0, 1. And then we're going to use the slope to fill in the rest of the table. Okay? So remember, the top part are y's, change in y. The bottom is change in x. So the inputs are increasing by 4. Okay, so just 4, 8, 12, 16. We won't be able to graph all of those, obviously. And then the slope for the y is just increasing by 1. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have a bunch of points to graph. So we can go over here. Here's 0, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's kind of off the graph a little, and we can just connect the dots. So it's important to recognize that we could have gone below 0 too, okay? So if this is our y-intercept, then we still need to add 1. So 0 plus 1 gives us that 1. Negative 4 plus 4 gives us that 0. So another point is at 1, 2, 3, right there. Okay? So the first way is generate a table. But did we need to generate the table? So the second way is we're just going to start with y-intercept, okay? So we already know it's 1 or 0, 1. And now we already know the slope. So, like I said, this is our y and this is our x. So I can just go over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1, up 1. So this is another point. Then I can go over 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1, and here's another point. Now when I'm going to the left of the y-intercept, I have to go backwards. So I have to go down 1 and to the left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, wham. And look, we get the same graph. So there's the table method, there's the start with the y-intercept. If this counting doesn't work, you can also just write the points here. So 0, 1. So we know the slope is 1 over 4, so we know it has to be plus 4 plus 1. So the next point is going to be 4, 2, which we already knew. So I can just write 4, 2 here. And the next point, I'm just going to add 4 and add 1. So I'm going to get 8, 3. So writing out the ordered pairs like this is kind of like an in-between of generating a table and starting with the y-intercept. Either way is fine. Whatever way helps you graph it is fine. We just want you to be able to know how to graph from just a slope and a y-intercept and a fraction slope at that. All right, we're going to take a look at one more example before you move on to the handout. So what if instead of getting an equation, you were just given the graph? So this is actually from the handout. This is 2a, and we're going to do it together just so we can all see how to do it. So this is our xy. All right, so there's a point there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's another point here. And there's another point here, okay? So I'm just going to connect them. So let me label the points we have here. 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is 3, 5, 6, 7. 3, 7. So when given a graph and asked to find equation, look for y-int first, okay? We want to find the y-intercept first. We already know it's right here because it's where it crosses the y-intercept, the y-axis. So our y, sorry, my pen's dying. Y-int is equal to 0, 1. Okay. So we also have some values here, so I'm just going to throw them into a table. X, Y, so 0, 1, 2, 4, and 3, 7. Or sorry, 4, 7. It should be 4. 4, 7. So these are increasing by 2, and these are increasing by 3. Okay, so that makes our slope equal to 3 over 2. So that makes our equation y equals 3 over 2x plus 1. All right, good luck with the rest of the handout.